This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay, and I'm just checking something. It is working. Okay, awesome. Welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and it is Wednesday, July the 12th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Thanks to everyone for joining me tonight, my midweek show. And as you guys know, for the summer, I'm experimenting a little bit. It's not much of an experiment, but just doing an hour earlier just helps me get to bed a little bit earlier. Got to get up early tomorrow. I got a tea time in Burnaby. That's not drinking tea. I'm playing golf with some buddies, and so I got my studying done already. So basically, I can do the show and then I finish off my steps and then hit the sack. Also, a colloquialism for going to bed. So right away, thank you for being here. Moderators, do what you need to do. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here, I always appreciate you, and I never take you for granted. So, for everyone, and welcome as everyone's coming in, for everyone here, subscribe. If you have not subscribed already, you can get active in the chat section and you get my videos every single day. Like this video. There's 30 of you in here already, which is great. Only 11 likes. Let's bump that up. I appreciate it. You can leave a donation and get the donation train out of the station. You can become a member. You can upgrade your membership, and you can also gift a membership, which is the same as a $5 donation, and then to get someone free franchise membership for an entire month. By the way, someone noticed in the chat, slowly but surely, I've gotten now over the 10,000 mark, and that was the longest grind of 100 subscribers ever. Because remember, I hit 10 Clay back in March. So April, May, June, that was really slow. It took me 4 months to get 100 subscribers. And I think it had to do with the end of the season or maybe people, once I hit 10 Clay, unsubscribing, whatever. My thing was going, the subscriber count was going up and down for the past 4 months. I really hope that, I expect July and August to be like that as well. And then once September gets going, look to go full throttle and make sure that is going upward and upward. But thank you, Canucks fan, for noticing. Yes, it says 10.1. As long as I don't lose anyone today, it will stay there. And thanks for everyone. Wolf Girl's here. I haven't seen her in a while. Welcome back. And we got Steven listening from Phoenix, Arizona. Thank you, Steven. Really appreciate you coming on here. Yes, I'm having a great day. I hope you are as well. And for everyone else, I appreciate you guys being here. And no, Harry, member stream was last Wednesday, so this is a regular stream for everyone. And yes, Jastrin, also known as the birthday boy, so you will grow at a rapid pace if the team is in the playoffs. Yes, that is the hope. I don't want them to make the playoffs just so my show does better, but I do agree with you. And let's wish Jastrin a happy birthday. Jastrin, how old are you now? How old are you today? Let me know. I think I know, but I'm probably going to be off by a year or two. And as soon as you put your age in the chat, hope you saw my video today, Jasper, and I gave you a birthday shout out as well. As soon as you put your age in the chat, I will sing you a song. Or maybe you won't put it in the chat, so you don't have to hear me sing. Let's Fangirl, the Hall of Fame member, gets us going with the donation train. Thank you, Fangirl, for the donation. Gets the donation train out of the station and says money for treats for Mickey. I will make sure that I do indeed get that to him. Jaskrin, I'm going to guess you're 18 years old, Jaskrin. My guess is you're 17 or 18. I'm guessing 17. Let's go with 17, Jaskrin, and let me know if I'm anywhere close. Fangirl, thank you for the generous donation. Thank you for your loyalty as a Hall of Fame member for the longest time as well. And thank you. Welcome, Lucas. Nice to see you. No problem. You do what you got to do. Oh, yes, I did get it. 17 right on. Harry, I'm going to guess you're turning 25. That's just my guess. But for Jaskrin, because it's his birthday, happy birthday to you. I appreciate you. Jaskrin turns 17, even though sometimes he's mean. No, that wasn't good. Happy birthday, Jaskrin. I appreciate your support as always. And you must be going into grade 12, right? If you're 17. Yeah, you must be going to grade 12. And Harry is turning 26 at the end of this month. Won't be streaming though, Harry, for your birthday. I apologize because I will be in Peru. Trevor says, great singing, Clay. You should do the anthems for the Canucks. Yeah, if they want to clear the stadium. No, I know, for those of you that have watched my parody videos for the past decade, you know that I rarely sing. If I do so, it's only for comedic effect or if we really need some backup vocals. But no, I'm smart. I write the music, I write the songs, the lyrics, but I have really talented, better looking people sing as in Marie Huey. And I get it, you guys. 99% of the people are not watching those parody videos to see the fat Asian guy playing the piano. They are there to see and to listen to someone like Marie. But thank you. Thank you. You're very kind, Trevor P. You're my new favorite in here. All right, let me go for about 10 minutes or so, and then I will go to all of you. I'm going to touch on a couple small things, small items first, and then you guys, as always, can chat amongst yourselves, ask each other questions, answer each other questions, and then I will get to your questions directed at me for the second half of the show. Oh, I love it. Hi, Clay. This is IC. Welcome, Chad. My real name is Chad. As some people here know, this is my brand new account, so I'm capable of receiving gifted memberships if they come. That's awesome, Chad. Welcome. Welcome, IC. Welcome, Chad. So, Chad, just so you know, and I think you know this already, I have no control over who the gifted memberships go to. YouTube does it based on their algorithm or their formula or their whatever. It's supposedly based on involvement and interaction with me and this channel. So if you're just starting to come as Chad and not IC, it might take a while for a membership to come your way, but we will see. Ted, are you telling me to stop begging, or you telling someone else to stop begging, or are you talking about someone else begging? Doesn't matter. Ain't too proud to beg. So Chad, thank you for being here for sure. Or you can buy your own membership, and then that gives you the ability to gift memberships to other people. All right, let me do a few minutes of my own topics. I mean, about 10 minutes on topics, and then I'll turn it over to all of you. But as always, you can interact with each other in the chat section. And by the way, if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Firstly, there's a rumor that was from I think it was a writer or a vlogger or blogger out of back east 3 days ago, and it got picked up recently that his source said that the Hockey Night in Canada might undergo some major changes, and that Elliot Friedman might be the only one who's back. So then you think of guys like Kevin Bieksa, Jennifer Botterill, and Kelly Hrudey, which was generally the usual foursome. The regular foursome was Friedman, Bieksa, Hrudey, and Jennifer Botterill. So I remember, this is one report from one guy who talked to one person. So it's funny how things can blow up pretty quickly. We don't know how credible the source was, but the source said that Elliot Friedman might be the only one back, and that maybe that includes Ron McLean going out as well. So of course, locally, we are most interested in Kevin Bieksa. We love what he brings to the show. We're always loyal to him as a Vancouver Canuck. We appreciate his humor, his wit, his experience, and the way he just has a wonderful way of breaking down plays, what players are thinking, all those kind of things. So there's a rumor out there that Bieksa and the rest of the crew may be on their way out of Hockey Night in Canada. I'm not going to perpetuate that rumor, rather just repeat what I've read and what I've seen kind of being talked about on Twitter and stuff. But we will see. We will see what happens to that crew in the future. If they do change it, it would be a cost. It would be a cost-saving measure. And like Peter said, ESPN has done the same thing. Jalen Rose, Jeff Van Gundy, and many others, for sure. For sure. No problem, Coach Rob. Take family first. Always family first. Hopefully you can come back before I end off. A couple other small things. Vasily Podkolzin and his wife Sasha welcomed a brand new baby. It was a boy, right? I'm not sure. But brand new baby on Tuesday. So congratulations to the Podkolzin family. And I'll talk about Podkolzin in a couple seconds. Travis Dermott. I vlogged about this earlier today. As you know, one of my favorite players, simply because I had a really good half an hour chat with him after the Jake Milford golf tournament last September. He had high hopes to play with Quinn Hughes, to really make an impact and solidify his standing in the NHL. Unfortunately, he got hurt. He played 17 games last season. Then he got hurt in training camp and only played in 11 games this past season. 11 games, had I think 1 assist in those 11 games, and simply did not show enough for the Canucks to keep him around. So he goes to Arizona on a 1-year deal, 1 year, 2 ways. So he gets paid 2 ways, $800,000 if he plays with Arizona, $450,000 if he plays with their minor league affiliate. And he's got to start the long road back of becoming a trusted AHLer again. So for the next few seasons, he might be taking 1 year here, 1 year there, just to build up his worth once again and hopefully become a second pairing player as opposed to league minimum depth player right now. But when the Canucks already on the left side have guys like Hirose, Wolanin, Breezebaugh, Irwin, all those guys can be battling for a spot. I don't think the Canucks had a spot in there ready for Travis Dermott. So Travis Dermott joining another ex-Canuck in Troy Stetcher out in Arizona. Okay, last thing I'm going to say, and it was what I titled tonight's show, and I want to kind of go over it with all of you, is my question to you is simply, do you think the Canucks improved? How much have they improved this offseason? And I saw a couple of you say, well, I don't know until they step on the ice, and I 100% agree with you. But until then, we can only not even speculate, because speculate sounds like you really don't even know and you're just kind of blindly offering things. But we can predict, or we can hope, or we can analyze, whatever word you want to use. Let's talk about the 3 positions in general. The forwards, you're really bringing in Teddy Bluger, and you're not losing anyone. Actually, I think of all the free agents that went to other places. Delia was a goalie. Dermott was a defenseman. Kyle Burrows was a defenseman. So, and Kravtsov didn't really do anything. So, I guess technically you're bringing in Bluger for Kravtsov if you want to look at the lineups at the end of the season. And remember, I almost treat Mikheyev as we didn't see the full Mikheyev last year. So I've talked about this. I talked about this on my vlog already today, but we are so crowded at forward. We're going to have to get rid of at least 2 guys, because we have basically 16 forwards for 13 or 14 spots. And the easiest way I always think about it is the 4 centers, Pettersson, Miller, Bluger, and Oman. Then I think of the 2, I know there's 3 Russians, but I think of the 2 good Russians, Kuzmenko and Mikheyev. Then I think of the 3 overpriced wingers. So we got, of the wingers, now we have Kuzmenko, Mikheyev. Then we have Besser, Garland, Beauvillier. Then I think of Pearson, who's trying to make a comeback. Then I think of the 2 young guys in Hoglander and Podkolzin. Then I think of Dakota Joshua. I think of Phil DiGiuseppe. I think of Jack Studnicka. And I think of Sheldon Dries. So there we go. 12 wingers. Add to the 4 centers. That's 16 forwards. So we'll talk about another time how to actually make some cap space and how you can trade some of the guys. Maybe not for a lot, but I would say that the forwards, based on Bluger in for Kratsov, and you can't just say and everyone getting more experience by a year, because that's kind of a cop-out answer. But I do think with a full-strength Mikheyev, a more confident Mikheyev, a more dangerous Mikheyev, I think from a scoring perspective, we're going to be a tiny bit better. And I think for the defensive side of the offense, if that makes sense, we're going to be a lot better because of Teddy Bluger. So I'm going to say the forwards have improved just a bit. Then for the defensemen, I would say we've improved quite a bit. We're basically replacing OEL, Bear, and Burrows with Cole, Susie, and you could say Irwin. And to me, that's an upgrade, not just in playing defense. I think it's an upgrade offensively as well. And I definitely think, especially from the penalty kill, harder to play against. I think so. So I think of the three positions, goalie, forward, and defense. Defense is probably where we improved the most. But before I keep going, I want to give some love to Adam. Adam gives some membership. Thank you, Adam. It's equivalent of a $5 donation, and it goes to Kel. So welcome back to membership, Kel. I think you've been there before, and Adam doing his part in supporting me. Thank you, Adam, for that. Really, really appreciate it. So on defense, yeah, we know that Cole likely going to get first line minutes with Hughes, maybe Susie with Hronik, and then you got Myers and some combination of Wolanin, Breezeball, or Hirose, Rathbone, Irwin. But I can't believe I forgot to mention. Remember, Philip Hronik only played 4 games last year, and he's going to make our team much more dangerous offensively. He's going to help the second power play unit. And then if you have Cole and Susie basically beefing up our defensive play, our tough-o-meter, and our penalty killing, then I'd say the defense is vastly improved. They might not be amazing, but I think compared to what we had last year, it was it's a stark improvement. And thank you, Adam. Don't worry. You do what you can do for sure. So if I say the forwards improved a tiny bit, I say the defense improved quite a bit. At least that's my hope. And then finally, we have the goaltending. And this one, you want it to be better because you hope that Demko stays healthy. But personnel-wise, they're going to be exactly the same. They're going to be they lost Delia. But if you say that Silovs plays some of those games, so let's say they use 3 goaltenders throughout the season. Last year they used Demko, Martin, and Delia. This year it'll be Demko, Martin, and Silov. So healthy Demko plus Silovs greater than Delia. I think the goaltending is basically a wash or just a tiny bit improved. So you put it all together, and I think the defense is much improved. The forwards ever so slightly, and the goaltending about the same or ever so slightly. So if that's the case, Demko's healthy, all the good players continue to play well, and our penalty kill gets better, I do think the Canucks have improved. Obviously, we don't know until they start playing games for real in October. But even on paper, I like them better than last year, and I'm willing to say that I think they can fight for a wild card spot, especially, maybe 4th in the Pacific, 4th or 5th. So there's my, and by the way, really quickly, I see some of you guys talking about it in the chat. Yeah, so the Philadelphia Flyers were interviewing Garnet Hathaway, who came over as a free agent, and one of the Philadelphia reporters on their Zoom with a lot of feedback, and I'm not saying people giving her feedback, echoing. It was a really bad setup. You appreciate how well the Canucks at least try and do it. She basically asked a question, what's it like for a free agent who could basically choose anywhere he wanted to go to? Why are you coming here to Philadelphia? Then someone from the Philadelphia social media team says, she always asked the same effing questions. So you could hear that voice saying she always asks the same effing questions. Garnet Hathaway starts to answer, and then another different voice I think it was someone, either a reporter's partner or friend, or maybe it was another social media team, which I doubt, because how could they screw up twice in 5 seconds? Then you can also hear someone say, why are you watching this? Flyers suck. So you had one social media member of the Flyers insulting a reporter, saying, she's always asking the same effing questions. Then you have another person, we don't know who that is, saying, why are you watching this? The Flyers suck. And then Garnett Hathaway, through all of that, is trying to answer the question like a true pro. So that's the Philadelphia Flyers thing. So let me do my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'm gonna ask you a specific question. How much have the Canucks improved this offseason? Do you agree with my assessment? That the defense should be a lot better, the forward should be a tiny bit better, and goalies should be a wash, but should be better naturally with Demko's health. So I will actually read out some of your answers in a second. If you type it in now, if you press enter, I'm not going to read it because I need a starting point, and that starting point will be in about a minute or so. Shout out to my sponsors. My primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Visit ptform.com and see what they are all about. Thank you to Gassy Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to my Wuzu fan, even though that's not a sponsor. Thank you to Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the URL, tinyurl.com/VessiClay, and receive a free pair of socks off of your next Vessi purchase. Mid-show reminder to you to subscribe, to like the video, to leave a donation like Fangirl did, to gift a membership like Adam did, or you can become a member or upgrade your own membership. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So let's go Canucks, hockey-related questions only. And you can also answer my question as to, do you think, at least on paper, the Canucks have improved? Tougher, especially on the blue line. If you want to build a winning team, you need guys who fit the coach's identity. Talk it like tough guys. And you got that in Soucy and Cole. Yeah, good take, Peter. I agree with your assessment, Clay. We shall see what happens once the regular season starts. We shall see indeed. I talked to my brother. He's not that up on the team. I was talking about better defensemen, better healthy goaltending. Then he hit me with Horvat being gone. His goals and face-off. And Cole is old. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They're going to have to replace Horvat's productivity. Yep, good point. Good point. No, Chad, it's fine. If you have the same profile pick as Rome, I'll just read the names instead of going by the pictures. The Canucks have improved their forwards and D. Not trying to compare from last year's D, but I think they have more grit. That's fair, Harry. I think they did okay with D. They look better on paper, but thought they could have done better with the third line center. And they might not be done yet. Great point, Jaskrin. On paper, the Canucks have improved the blue line, but not so much the forward group, which was pretty good already, or goaltending. Still too many sieves. That's strong, but yeah. I agree with the general sentiment. Our previous season's issue was the PK. With Cole and Soucy replacing AL, I think we've improved to at least be a playoff hopeful. That's fair. I lie. Thank you. So you think Myers can play better in third pair shelter minutes? Yeah, Trevor, I do. It's just an expensive third pairing guy. $6 million. If I was a betting man, I'd bet that he's not on the team to start the season, but we can't speculate. We can always speculate, but it's kind of hard just to parachute any name into the lineup right now. So we have to go with who we got. And right now it is indeed Tyler Myers. I think Hronik is the main piece that will determine the defense got better. I agree with you, Jaskrin. What are the chances Stanika is also gone by September? Yeah, I think that's a good chance, Fangirl. I think it's either going to be by waivers, i.e. he'll be playing in Abbotsford if he clears, or another team might take a chance on a cheap, youngish forward. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's got a future here in Vancouver. Hey, Bri, you got to get rid of Myers ASAP. We keep hearing about this $5 million bonus that might get paid out in September. Clay, for these live streams, I think especially during the regular season, during weekdays, it's fine to go back to 11 since games tend to end around 10. But it's off-season 10:30 or 10 is fine. Yeah, Peter, thank you. That's the plan in September. Usually if a game starts at 7, it ends between 9:25 and 9:45, depending on overtime or whatever. And if I'm at a game, there's no way I'm going to get back to my house by 10 to stream. So that's why I picked 11. Also, on Tuesday night, I bowl until 10. On Wednesday night, I'm at my church until 9, which isn't that bad. But even on nights where I work or I have meetings or whatever, usually those are done by 9:30 or 10. So yes, 10 o'clock is too tight. but 11 o'clock is doable once my regular routine gets going in the season. That includes obviously Canucks games. Thank you for that. Give some love to Carol. Legendary Carol Bovenlander gifts a membership, which is equivalent to a $5 donation. Thank you, Carol. And that goes to Eli. So nothing to Chad just yet, but Eli comes back as a franchise member. And thank you, Carol, for your generosity as always. Which pairing will Bo be paired up with this season? I don't think Ratu is going to make the team this year, Harry, even though he'll have a shot. I would play Beauvillier on my second line with Besser and Miller. I'd put the two Russians with Kuzmenko, Mikheyev with Petey. Do I really think Besser and Miller on a line is a good idea? How many years have they failed together? And if they have a slow start, I think they'll get in their heads and become an issue. Well, I don't know how many years they've been bad because did they play together like a lot 2 seasons ago when Miller had his 100 points? I don't know. That seemed to be pretty good. Last year, Besser's two-way play was not good. So I hear your concerns, McDeasy. I don't see Besser as a third-line winger, though, quite frankly. And is he good enough right now? Is he confident enough to play with Petey? I think Petey's got to play with Kuzmenko for sure, and it's going to be one of Mikheyev or Beauvillier over Besser. Couldn't we keep Burrows over Myers? Yeah, that's true. But then how do you get rid of Myers and a $6 million contract? Studnicka was unimpressive. Hi, Carol. If Pearson doesn't make the team, think we can waive him? His injury risk would probably be too high to get picked off. So, if you do, you're still on the hook for his $3 million salary minus 1.15. So when you hear about burying contracts in the minors, you can basically get $1.15 million of cap relief. But then because Pearson makes 3.25, you're still on the hook for 2.1. So you're wasting $2.1 million by having him in Abbotsford. Because you're right, no team's going to take him. Yes, Brendan Leitzik is going to get citizenship in Russia. He wrote to Putin directly. How do you think Susie and Cole will help us? They are both good size. They are going to help us, especially on the penalty kill. They're going to help us be a little bit tougher to play against. And offensively, I'm not expecting much from them. Do you think the coaching staff has better, stronger personalities? Boudreaux's a bit too nice. Trent Cull looks like an English real estate agent, and Jason King looks like a divorced husband. Well, I won't go with their looks, but yeah, I think Foote, Gonchar. Who else is up here with Talkett? I'm missing an important name. Gosh, I'm completely losing it. Who are the Canucks assistant coaches right now? Let me know. Let me know in the chat because I've completely blanked out. Thank you, Carol, for the donation. Never apologize for being late. I may have thrown some people off by starting at 10, which I think I'm going to try and do during the summer. But thank you for the donation, Carol, and thank you for being here. Remember, Carol, always go to my community tab on my channel, and that Mike Yo, of course, and that gives the most updated times and stuff for my live streams. But thank you for being here, and thank you for the donation. Yes, when the season starts, I'll be streaming at 11 every single night, even on non-Canucks nights. Sunday through Thursday. You know, the Sunday... Yeah, Sunday, I'm not sure if I can do 10:30 or 11 on the Sundays. Sundays, technically, I could do 10 just on Sundays, but I think that would miss everyone up. I might stick with 11 o'clock straight across, and then just make Sundays a bit of a longer stream. We'll see. We got a few months to think about that. Who's the heart of this franchise? Who lives this team? Who wakes up a nut, not a player? Trevor Lynn, love this team. Pavel BX at the scenes. Yeah, well, not a player. I don't know about not a player, but I think Hughes and PD could be those guys, but not just yet. You're right. There's no one that we can say he's the quintessential Canuck right now, but it could be Hughes and PD as our best players. Between Besser, Garland, Beauvillier, if you had to pick one, who do you think is the better long-term option for this team? I think it's Besser. I think he's the most talented of the three. And he's going to be the hardest to move because he's got the biggest contract. Mikheyev should be on the third line. I humbly disagree with that, Ted. Respectfully disagree. I'm never humble. I think he has the potential to do good stuff on one of the top two lines. Yeah, Peter, come on. I'm generalizing here. Generalizing. Don't be like someone else in this chat who corrects everything wrong that I say. With the speculations for the Canucks, how many moves do you think have left? I say they make 2 fair-sized moves by the end of this, before the season starts. One to get rid of Myers, and then one to address their depth at center still. Yes, Edmund, I already addressed this earlier in the show. Thank you. Pearson should box Leipzig and knock him out. I'm relatively confident in Bluger as a third line C. I'm not confident in his offensive ability, but I am confident in his penalty kill and defense. So relatively confident. Kuzmenko, PD, and Hoglander. Okay. Gonchar, Mike Yo. Thank you. Ian Clark, director goaltending. Yeah, I think the 4 guys they have on the bench are Tocchet, Yo, Foot, not Gonchar. Gonchar's not on the bench. I'm missing someone still. Who's Baptist Gmaz at 10? Not sure what that means, Carol. Our goaltending was more than shaky last season. Now I think it's fine as long as no one comes in injured. Yeah, for sure, G'day, for sure. If Naslin were to return to the Canucks, could you see him working with Sedins, Higgins, and Samuelson in player development? I'm not sure if that's his thing, quite frankly, Fangirl. Not every player is made out to be a coach or a skills coach, so I'm not convinced. I do not think the Canucks will move to a full-time anthem singer. Actually, Elizabeth Irving, a very talented young lady, she got the most games out of all the singers. Marie got about 8 or so. I think she still thinks she's the best, but I don't think she wants to do it full time. I think she's happy to be part of the rotation for sure. Yeah, Rome, I like Mike Yo. How close are we to trading Rathbone? His way to the NHL is blocked by at least 4 guys. Yes. I know I lie. I was really high on him after he got drafted, but his progression is kind of stalled. But what are you getting for him, really? It might be like one of those cases where you let him go. Who do I think runs the Canucks power play? Tocchet did in Pittsburgh, so maybe him. Yeah, this is bothering me now. Let me look this up real quick because we got to be missing something, you guys. We're missing one assistant coach because it's not going to be Tocchet, team, coaches and team staff. Rick Tocchet, Foot, Mike Yo. Yeah, actually, right now there's only 3 guys on the bench: Tocchet, Foot, and Yo. Is Ian Clarkson on the bench? Yogi, the skills coach, isn't Sergei Gonchar. So maybe they hire one more coach. That's a good point. So maybe it is Tocchet because Foot's going to do No, I think Mike Yo is doing offense, Foot's doing defense, and Tocchet is obviously running the bench. Interesting. Garland Rathbone, 2025 fourth, Cody Glass, and Dante Fravo. Would Clay make that trade? Garland and Rathbone and a 2025 fourth for Glass and Fabro. Yep, I do that. I think the Canucks are doing great. Mikheyev has hands of stone. Yeah, sometimes his hands don't catch up to his feet. That's true. Mikheyev was the reason the Canucks scored sometimes because they're very fast. They're probably fastest on the team. Yeah, Dumba's going to be very expensive. Good eye, though. Tyler, he hasn't left yet, but there are rumors that he will not be going back to Hockey Night in Canada. Cost cutting. Who will be the fighter this year? Well, Susie and Cole led their teams, their respective teams, Seattle and Tampa in penalty minutes. Maybe one of those two. Remember Cole fought JT Miller? That was funny. Naslin with GM Amoto. Yeah, so GM is fine, but skills coach, I'm not so sure. Marie and Elizabeth need to do 50-50. Yes, they're both excellent. Okay, thoughts on these lines. Kuz, Petey, Mikheyev, that's mine as well. Besser, Miller, Pods. I think that's tie for Pods. Bluger, Garland, Hoglander. Yep, fine with that one. Amon, Joshua, Di Giuseppe. Yeah, that means Stadnicka, Dries, and Pearson aren't on this team for you. Yeah, those are fine, Peter. Those are fine. I'm not sure, Harry, if Patty O'Neill is going to retire. I haven't heard a thing. No, Tyler, not yet. That's not confirmed. We've signed 3 players to play in the PK. Cole, Susie, and Bluger. What do you expect from the penalty kill? I expect it to be 78%. 78%. So still bottom half of the league, but a lot better. Let's go with that. Gonchar was behind the bench for some game. Okay, that's good to know, Alan. Thank you. Canucks should hire Boudreau as a power play coach. I think it's too soon. Yeah, Carol, I think the Canucks might make 2 more moves. If they move Tyler Myers before the start of the season, then that frees up $6 million. You could spend $3 million on another center and then bank $3 million for later in the year. Which former president Canuck? Because you joined the player. Which former president Canuck? What does that mean? Can you ask that again, Fangirl? Who do you think will lead the team in penalty minutes? Let's go with Cole. He actually should do color now, and he has the opportunity to get right back on the job. Yeah, fans would love it. Might be the perfect replacement for Cheech. When Igor came to Canucks, did they basically say you're on your own, or did they have a program getting him accustomed to Canadian life? We're talking about Igor Larionov or Igor, our skills coach, and I don't know the answer to either. How confident are you with this team now that we've got a cup-winning GM? Cole won 2 cups. Depends on Bluger from the cap. All of them have won cups in the last. How confident? Not super confident, but I'm confident they can be better than last year for sure. Which former Canucks player could you see join their player development team? I don't know. I don't know which guys have that in them. Like that. I don't know which guys were like good in locker room and who'd be really good with young players. I don't know. Are you looking like a veteran defenseman coming back, like a Hamhuis or a Mitchell? Are you looking at a forward coming back, like maybe Brendan Morrison? He seems like a really bright player. I'll go Brendan Morrison. PK was good. I've talked to go. It was better, but they were still in the bottom half of the league, even like his percentage. But it was better. Okay, one question for Alvin. Are you going to hire an anger management therapist for JT Miller in case he loses it? Undecided. If you could add any depth guy by signing a trade and they'll agree, who would you get? P.S. Suter. I think he could be our third line center. Then you bump Teddy Bluger down to 4th line center. Would I be shocked if Miller gets named captain? No. Wouldn't be my first choice, but I would not be shocked. Peter does have a crush on him, but he does, to his credit, like I said last time, does keep it to one question a stream. Did you see Tocchet say he wants to play PD less on the PK? Yes, he wants to save his skill players. You know, it's tough because PD, Hughes, and Miller were so good on the PK, but maybe they're even more effective when they're rested at even strength and on the power play. From the players you've met, Clay, who could you see yourself being friends with? This is a great question. And, you know, as much as I really like them, it's not the PDs or Hughes of the world because I'm basically 25 years older than them. You know, from guys that I've met, I kind of like the older guys who are more mature. So I could actually, you know, even though I just said that, you know, it's kind of funny. They're not the best players and they kind of got maligned here, but I had really good chats with guys like Jay Beagle, with Anton Roussel, Luke Shen. Yeah, some of the older guys, for sure. Brandon Sutter. All the older guys were easier to talk to because I'm still 10 years older than them, but at least I'm not 20 years older than them, if that makes sense. All right. I'm not sure who Duck is. So hello to Mrs. Duck. Coos, Peter McKay, Beauvillier, Miller Pods, Bluger, Garland, Hoglander, Amon, Joshua, Giuseppe. That's exactly what someone else said. Unless that was you, Harry. No, someone else said the exact same thing. I think they're fine. I think Podkolzin's too high, though. Ted says no need for more development coaches. If Matthias Olin joined the Canucks, what role could he play? I don't know, Fangirl. It's tough to say. Like, I know you're really interested in management and coaching, but I just don't know, because I don't know what these guys' interest is. Like, Olin doesn't really come back to Vancouver a lot, so I can't see I picture any role, quite frankly, with him. He could play. He could, by virtue of your question, he could do anything. But the question is, what does he want to do? Yes, Jasker, that'd be very fun, hardworking, slow team. Comtois, good fit. Yeah, I don't know enough about him. What is his contract right now? Max Comtois contract. So he's 24 years old, left-handed, left wing, and he's just coming off a $2 million cap hit. Yeah, can you play center? Because if not, we don't need any wingers. I saw someone with the username Patrick Alvin. I jokingly said, "Is Alvin watching the stream from place?" Oh, you got a good memory. You got a good memory. Hello, Terp. Bieksa is 100 million times more entertaining. I'd agree with that. Hello, Murray. Trevor Linden or the Scenes would be good friends. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Louis Domingue. Yeah, Willie Mitchell would be a great partner for Hughes. He's mean. He can skate. He's smart. Yeah, he'd been great. Athletic ranking, projected lines for the Canucks, marginally better. Yeah, that's Ern. That was admittedly my inspiration for this vlog, this live stream today. Ron McLean, don't want to be respectful, but I think he seems to be kind of boring in terms of humor. Yeah, he's an acquired taste for sure. Some people really like him and appreciate his facilitation skills. Others think he's past his best due date. No, I do not believe in the Iser plan. It's kind of strange. The shorties against Toronto was so good. You think Canucks will get the most shorties against this year? Again, yeah, it was awesome. Didn't PD have 9? Did PD have 9 short ankles, or did PD and Miller combine for 9 shorties? Regardless, it was very exciting. Get along with Hughes, yeah, but will you let him talk, Jaskrin, or are you just going to keep talking to him? BX should get into player development. Breakout year in points and goals for the Canucks. Let's say Mikheyev. Yarko Rudu. There's a blast from the past. Hey, Chris. Nice to see you. Besser, Pods, or Hogs having a good year. I love that. Are they a better position than Calgary? Yes. The Flames don't have superstars, or they do, but they're not. They're underachieving, and no one wants to stay there long term. Ray Ferraro would be good. There was rumor that he will be. Do I think we'll hear from Rutherford and media availability? No, I think, Fangirl, I think he really wants Alvin to handle those kind of duties going forward. Willie Mitchell Mitchell Stick would be a great partner for Hughes. How about Mitchell, not just a stick, but I hear you. If Bergeron or Patty Kane wanted to come here, would you want him after what happened in our playoff meetings? Yeah, if we could get them for cheap, of course. Is Barry guaranteed to be gone? So surgery completely affected his free agency value. Is he guaranteed to be gone? He's not guaranteed, but if the Canucks are playing well, it depends. If they're playing well, they could bring him in for insurance, or they could say, no, we don't need him. Hughes looks depressed. So I don't know if he would talk. Yeah, he always looks like he's in pain. My 5-team no trade list. Yeah, I saw this going around Twitter quite a bit. Arizona for sure. Columbus. Winnipeg, I like the city. So Ottawa, Arizona, Columbus, Minnesota. Yeah, I don't mean to offend anyone. I have no desire to go to some of these places. And Carolina's a good team, so I can't say Carolina. I don't know, Detroit. Maybe those. Ring of Honor after Luongo will be Edler. Hello, Locked On Canucks. Nice to see you. Nice to see you here. We got more lines. Kuzi PD Hogs. Mikheyev, Miller Pods. Bo Bluger, Besser, Pearson, Amon, Joshua. Don't be too harsh. Plaza Miller, great chemistry. I think Hoglander and Podkolzin are both too high in your lineup. And I just, although it looks nice, triple B, I don't think you have Besser and Bovelli on the third line. Just my humble opinion. All right, let's do a few more minutes here. Rutherford really wanted Bruce out, so he kept going immediately. Now he's such a chicken. Well, I think he probably said a couple things he would love to have back. If Taves was available for cheap, yes, absolutely yes. Bring him in. In fact, play him as 2C and move Miller to the side, not move Miller. Could Boudreau join Hockey Night in Canada? That's a really good point. He is very likable for sure. Canucks don't have cap for Bear. Yeah, but a lot can change before then. Bear may find a team for which to play that isn't the Canucks. That's true too. Edler ties with Hughes as best defenseman. No, I think Hughes is already better than Edler career wise, and he's just gonna widen that gap as we go. The teams you would play for: Van City, LA, Toronto, Edmonton, and maybe Vegas. Yes, Susie and Cole are great additions. I've talked about them quite a bit for the past 2 weeks, but would love for other people to talk about them. That's fine. Jim Benning for Hockey Night. Yikes. Yes, Locked On Canucks for sure. Trevor and Kyle in the house. No problem, Coach Rob, although I am going to wrap up in the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to do 5 minutes. I'm not streaming tomorrow night. So I'm going to do 5 minutes of Ask Me Anything. So let's move to Ask Me Anything. We'll keep it to 5 or 6 minutes. And I'm going to ruthlessly say no more. I'm not going to address any more Canucks or hockey-related questions. Although, Trevor, thanks for your lines. I do not think the Canucks will sign Bear. And yes, you cannot spell wins without wingers. I love that. Okay, 5 minutes of Ask Me Anything. Jason, if for some reason you and your family had to leave Canada forever and pick one country to live for the rest of your life, where would it be and why? The practical one would be the Philippines because Gail still has family there and assets there and infrastructure. We're not a business. What am I talking about? But she's got family and assets there. So that would be the most natural fit. Of course, the States would be the most compatible fit from a standpoint of Gail being a teacher and me working for the church, finish off my master's. I wouldn't say easily, but I could get a job there. So, I think Philippines from a health perspective, the USA from a practical perspective. When do I leave for Peru? 2 weeks from today. So on the 26th, we are on a flight out. Barbie or Oppenheimer? Not interested in either, but if I had to pick one, I'll pick Oppenheimer. What are your plans on your trip on the day of my birthday? Harry, number one, you're going to have to refresh me when your birthday is. And number two, even when you tell me, I have no clue. I'm sure it's going to be bowling alley because that's what we're going to be doing for most of Peru. Prefer the Lions or the Whitecaps. I understand football more than I understand soccer, the players, the strategy, and but I don't mind a Whitecaps game once in a while. In your opinion, is sushi a good place for an impromptu date? Girl and I had sushi for dinner today for an unexpected. Edmund, I think any date, any place for a date is a good place. Truly, it's not about the food. You just don't want it to suck or make you sick. But I think anywhere that facilitates good conversation, that's fine. So if sushi, here's another qualifier. I think you should go somewhere that your date likes to eat. Why do you think it's difficult for some people to be in a relationship with someone? I think it's because some people aren't willing to make sacrifices, also big commitment. Many reasons. Compatibility, humility, complementary. Like I talked about strengths and weaknesses, I think a couple streams ago. Interests, similarities as well. Conversation and listening, everything. And I think some people, they also... they get more desperate than they need to be. I think sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when you kind of pull back and just let things happen, maybe that's when good things happen. But I think there's this, for some people, there's just rush to find a partner. Least favorite sushi roll, California. Relationship Clay. Yeah, I should just do one stream where I just give relationship advice. Would any of you come to it? Oh, man. Am I going to give sushi from Walmart yet? Not yet, Shannon. I may have to wait till I'm with you to do that. Philippines, you're still there, Angela. Haven't you been there for half a year? Was Mrs. Emo already a Canucks fan before she met you? No, she didn't even know. No, I'm not going to insult her intelligence completely. No, but she was not a hockey fan for sure. Favorite horror movie? I love Smile. I thought that was great. I did not hear that the Barbie movie is banned in Vietnam. No. Oh, cool, Shannon. I'm going to live vicariously through you. I trust your opinion. Jasper, you switched accounts. What's your other account? What's a hot take or unpopular opinion you have off the top of your head? No, what I want to say, I'm just going to get in trouble, so I'm not going to say that. The one that was interesting, though, well, I don't know if it's a hot take or unpopular opinion. I'll put it this way. I have not watched any Lord of the Rings movies, Harry Potter movies, Star Wars movies, like the new ones. Basically, any of those big series, I have not. A lot of them I have not watched. So that's not a hot take or unpopular opinion. It's just something that kind of go against the grain, sort of. Okay, I'll really do this one quickly. Yes, I do think they'll make the playoffs next season. Fast food, burger places, do you have a special order? No onions, no pickles. Actually, yeah, extra onions. And then I feel sorry for anyone who has to talk to me. Sushi at an airport in Geneva, Switzerland. Wow. Main reason a relationship's not lasting are definitely sacrifices. Totally fair. Take care. I'm guessing it's Kyle, but take care, Kyle and Trevor. Matchmaker Clay. I would definitely come. Okay, this is how we're going to end this. We'll just end this for the last 2 minutes. Would you attend a live stream where I only gave out relationship advice? You can be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Vote in the chat for the next 2 minutes as we end off here. Sushi from 7-Eleven. Oh, no problem. I was asking about other than Bowling Peru. Yeah, Harry, that's tricky because for most of the time we're going to be there, we are going to be in the bowling alley. It's not the safest place right now, Peru. So I think Gail and I are not going to venture too far away from Lima proper. We're not going to go to Machu Picchu, but I think we are going to definitely try and do some local sightseeing and definitely experience some of the food for sure and just be really safe while we are there. I've had Fat Burger only once. Online dating is fine as long as you know what you're getting into. Yeah, Justin, you really? Yes, I don't know how we got into this. Yeah, I watched Smile on the airplane and I was screaming. E-bike, nice. Relationship advice to rebuild and Aquilini. Okay, thank you, Jasker. And I don't pay attention to the pictures. I just read everyone's names. Watching Clay. Well, Angela, I appreciate your effort. No, I've not watched a single Game of Thrones. Your dog is attacking you. Yikes. Bachelorette stream. Oh, you just want me to get some good-looking women on here. Oh, Peter noticed. That's good. Fat burger hot dog. That seems counterintuitive. I love Hawaiian pizza, so there's my answer. Tramkin is not coming back. I agree. No, Jasker and I'm actually seriously considering it. Good, Edmund. I'm happy for you. Did you show off your guns? My attendance depends on how much of a dad you So I lie. I'm guessing you don't. Well, you know, what's the saying? You get what you get, or I just blanked out. What's the saying? But yeah, I can't hide who I am. I'm a 49-year-old dad of a 21-year-old and 2 teenagers. So yeah, that's what you're gonna get. I don't have a girlfriend. Might drop in for like 2 minutes. No. Maybe I can help you get. Well, no, I take that back. I don't know if you want a girlfriend. I want a Korean blonde and who likes French vanilla. Make it happen, Clay. Hey, man, I'm not a genie, okay? I'm not a miracle worker. I'm waiting for the Clay relationship app. Okay, now it's funny. Would I ever live in LA or Vegas? Yes, if I could afford it. LA probably more than Vegas. Vegas is too dangerous for me. No idea. 7-Eleven, even at sushi. Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. When are you getting back from Peru? August 5th. I'll be gone July 26th to August 5th. Longer live stream when the season starts? Yeah, I think so. I'll do something special. Maybe not a 24-hour stream, but I'll do something special. You get what you get and don't get upset. Get what you came for? Yeah. If you're a fun dad, I'll be there at popcorn. Okay, fun dad it is. I think you and Gail should do yeah, it would make sense. I'm not sure how many regular females I have in here besides Shannon, besides Carol, besides a couple others, but yeah, actually that's good for balance. Clay is going to be my wingman. I think I'd be very detrimental to your cause, Jaskrin. Yeah, I've used Uber Eats and Skip only once or twice, not a lot. I should appear on The Bachelorette. That would not go well. Would I not eat sushi and drink? Oh, so no sushi and Pepsi forever for a Canucks Stanley Cup. Oh, it's easy for me to say yes and look like the hero here, but that would be very tough. That would be very tough, admittedly. CCC Clay's Connection Corner. Okay. Came here for a hockey talk, but treated to a gun show. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's just a tight shirt. 7-Eleven sushi review with Shannon. Do it. I'll watch it. You're wingman or wigman? Wigman or wingman? Uber Eats was $5 more. Yikes. Yes, it's Jaskrin's birthday today. CCRA, Clay's Canuck Clay relationship advice. GLCPC, good looking Clay's Connection Corner. Tried sushi, not from Walmart though. Fair. Clay giving relationship advice is like an unemployed guy being a life coach. You need to have lots of relationships to give advice. Or you could be in a relationship that works and teach what has worked for you. But I hear what you're saying. I have not seen the Paddington movies. Yeah. Thank you. Safeway Sushi. All right. We made it to the end. You guys are awesome. I'm going to wrap up. We're basically pushing an hour, which is surprising, but that's all good. Jaskrin, happy birthday once again. Moderators, thank you for doing a good job. It didn't seem too crazy tonight, which is always a good thing. Members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you for your support as always. Thanks to Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to all of you here tonight, whether you donated, like I think it was definitely Carol and Fangirl. Thank you for donation. For those that gifted memberships, I believe it was Adam and Carol, if I'm correct. Please forgive me if I missed anyone from that. Yes, it was Adam and Carol who gifted membership. So thank you. And for all of you for being here with me tonight. Yeah, I'm still not sure. Yeah, no, I'm going to do 10 p.m. for the summer and go back to 11 p.m. maybe in September. I'm going to end the poll. Exactly 2/3 of you are saying you would watch a stream for relationship advice. So I'll see what Gail has to say about that. And thanks to everyone for your great questions and for hanging out with me tonight once again. As always, a late donation from Steel Dog. Let's give Steel Dog some love. Thank you, Steel Dog. I love donations, whether at the start or at the end. Whenever they are, they're much appreciated. So thank you. Give some love to Steel Dog in the chat. Just making sure the train doesn't stop moving just yet. So for everyone, thank you for being here. Anyone who are new subscribers, welcome. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership or gift a membership. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And thank you to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate, and my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform. Time for me to go. So I will not be streaming tomorrow night, and then I'll be, I only got 2 more weekends before Peru. So Sunday night will be my next live stream, and then on Sunday night, I will lay out what the rest of my streams look like for the rest of the month. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I won't see you for a few days. So hopefully you'll survive. I'm sure you will. If any crazy Canucks news happening, I'll come in with a live stream like a Tyler Myers trade or whatever. But I'm kind of guessing we're going to be a little bit quiet for the next little bit. So thanks everyone once again for being here. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Did you know, or can you guess, what's the longest word in the English language? The word is smiles, because the first and last letters are a mile apart. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.